How to make people listen during an argument. Perhaps you are giving a lecture, or you are just having a discussion. Whatever the case is, you are always trying to make a point. You want people to understand where your arguments are coming from, and you want them to reply to that point in a way that shows they're hearkening to what you are saying. The problem is they aren't always hearkening. You noticed it in their distant look. Occasionally, they get nervous and try to cut you off in the middle of a judgment. Being ignored, that hurts. In similar situations, it's easy to condemn others. Do they warrant the attention span to reuse your great wisdom? Perhaps they're too tired, too lazy, plain rude. It's time to twist those questions around. What if you're the problem? Be honest, who wouldn't love to hear to a person who awakens their interest? If this person is making a boring speech, still, why should they bother hearkening? They would just get a headache. Hearkening to someone tells them that you watch about what they have to say. But further than minding about the words they are speaking, the listener is saying that they admire the individual enough to take time out of their busy schedule to consider what they suppose important. The problem is that we live in a world where people prefer hearing themselves talk over hearkening to others speak. Eventually, this has created a hostile work terrain where the important speak and everyone differently listens, when a healthy business actually requires collective vehicle and event of ideas. Giving way to get your way. Do not give in, give way. There's a difference. Giving someone the freedom to deliver his communication is a gift and a model. You are not saying you agree with the communication. You are saying you are willing to entertain an indispensable view to grease working the problem. Seeing an open followership. The speaker relaxes. His energy and ideas have an outlet. His need for you to understand him is less critical than your inability to try. Psychologists have set up that we're each more interested in knowing that the other person is trying to empathize with us than we are in believing that they have actually fulfilled that thing. Good listening is profoundly communicative, and floundering to understand communicates the most positive communication of all. 1. Speak with a clear voice. The way you gasp the words is important. However, the listeners will not follow you if you talk too fast. However, they will forget what you meant to say by the time you get to the end of the judgment if you are too slow. Your speech should be fully natural. Fortunately, this can be rehearsed. Read the former paragraph out loud. Also, try to say the same thing but without reading the textbook. Pay attention to your voice. Keep rehearsing with paragraphs from online papers, books, or magazines. Gasp each and every word veritably precisely, and do not rush through the judgment. Try to exercise with your own speeches. 2. Write commodity down and explain it to the glass. Are you suitable to do that with a clear voice and tone? If not, keep rehearsing. The results will come. The tone is just as important as the speed and clarity of speech. Don't talk too loud when you are giving a donation or explaining commodity. When people want to sound confident, they frequently talk too loud. When they warrant confidence, the tone is too low. Keep the middle ground. That's the point that shows true confidence. 2. Stop careless chatter. Have you ever considered the possibility that people do not hear to you because you're always talking? Ironically, people who talk the utmost get heeded to the least. This is because careless chatter yields veritably little value. Why would anyone want to waste their time hearkening to someone who is not conveying anything of value in their words? Then's a simple strategy that tells people when to stop talking. It's the business light strategy, and it uses the colors green, unheroic, and red to rein in chatter. The first 20 seconds of speech are known as the green light period. Your listener is liking you, as long as your statement is applicable to the discussion and hopefully in service of the other person. The coming 20 seconds are known as the unheroic light period. Now the threat is adding that the other person is beginning to lose interest, or suppose you are long-winded. After the 40 alternate mark, you hit the red light period. Yes, there's an occasional time you want to run that red light and keep talking, but the vast majority of the time, you'd more stop or you are in peril. 3. Speak at the right time. You may be tempted to respond and correct right down when there are claims that you do not explosively agree with. In cases like this, chorus from interposing and remain position. Headed indeed when talking with someone who keeps on blabbering and won't shut up. By doing so, you appear more educated and respectable. Your opponent will also ultimately image how you responded and treated him. By staying after his long harangue, you'll be in a better position to respond. Suppose before you speak, take your time before you speak. Flash back that you can no way take back what you said. Also, any statement you made can be taken against you. So before you make your statement in an argument, be sure that you understand the question, the opponent's position, and your collated data. 4. Stick to the data. Ask yourself whether you're communicating a fact or an opinion. Stick to the data. With arguments, being objective is more important and effective than being subjective. However, make it clear that this is commodity you feel. If the judgment or expression is an opinion, to maintain credibility, avoid stating opinions that could sound like you believe them to be data. 5. Mind your posture. Still, do you know how you look? Your followership will perceive you as lacking in confidence. If you hunker your shoulders forward, they don't see you as an authority. Some of them might feel sorry for you, but at most won't bother hearkening. It doesn't matter whether you are standing or sitting. You should always maintain good posture. A posture that conveys tone. Confidence is no way stiff. It's relaxed, but authoritative. Keep your reverse straight, but the shoulders relaxed. The arms and hands are important. However, the followership will notice the confusion. If you don't know what to do with them, make small gestures to emphasize the important points in your speech. Don't go overboard. If you are sitting, keep your forearms on the table. Keep your legs slightly piecemeal when you are standing. Flashback, you don't want to come across as too stiff. And that's exactly how you will look like if you keep your bases together. When you are sitting still, you should keep the knees together. Show some movement. There's a saying, the stylish posture is always the coming posture. Make so. Clean movements throughout your speech. You can exercise this in front of the glass. 2. 6. Remove distractions from the terrain. Still, it's possible that you are trying to contend for attention and are losing out. If you find that people frequently do adhere to you. However, this is commodity you are all too familiar with. If you are a parent, getting kiddies to hear when their favorite television show is on is nearly insolvable. The house could be burning down around them, and their eyes would stay fused to the screen. While your associates aren't children, these introductory tendencies remain. However, they aren't really hearkening to what you have to say. If you are trying to tell your colleague about commodity and they are checking their dispatch at the same time, politely ask them if you should come back at another time. This will generally garner their full attention. 7. Be direct and terse. Get to the point and stay on content to hold your listeners' attention. Summarize what you want to say before saying it and concentrate on the issue at hand, cutting out any unconnected chatter. Make your point within the first 30 seconds of the discussion to ensure your followership is hearkening. It's most effective to explain lower rather than further when you have commodity important to say. 2. Ask terse questions. 2. Will you please pass me that paper? Is far more direct and engaging than, excuse me? I was just wondering if you have a nanosecond, would you mind passing me that paper, please? A gesture like please, thank you, or hello. Everyone is still important to include in any discussion, so you can appear confident without being too blunt or ungracious. When you want people to adhere to you, you have to be authentic, honest, and tone confident. You can make yourself out to be authentic and honest, and tone confidence can be rehearsed. Flash back the glass. Simple advice, but simple doesn't mean easy. We did love to hear Jess you have had in trying to get people, especially at work, to adhere to you. What's worked for you and what hasn't? So this is all for today's video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in next one.